Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Shawning. I am Sean. This is Thomas.
The Fitz.
The Fitz. Thomas's favorite franchise.
All
And
time.
my second, I think this is my second ranking video. I did a Scream one that nobody watched, so you should probably go watch that. Now we're going to do a ranking of Chucky. What we're going to do is we're going to be ranking the Chucky franchise in hype of the long-awaited,
Very long awaited.
sci-fi TV series coming up soon, and
USA.
oh, is it on USA
It's
too?
on USA Network too.
Oh, well, look at that.
I think.
Either way, I'm gonna watch it. But before we, talk about the TV series that hasn't even come out yet, we are going to talk about the franchise of Child's Play / Chucky. But we don't know each other's ranking. This is the second video we've done a surprise ranking type-esque video. In the first one, me and the Fitz over here, we did our top 10 favorite paranormal movies, and it was the same thing. It was a surprise. We didn't know. And this is the same way, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna stop rambling. Number 8, shall we? You probably know what this one is, because I talk about it all the time. Number 8 for me is Seed of Chucky.
I'm so shocked. I was not expecting that. Oh no.
I know. All of you just...
That's a majority answer right there.
Okay, I actually have never even liked it. Before I could even be part of the horror community, I always hated this movie. Even as a child, I thought this movie was stupid. I even tried to rewatch it for the sake of this video. I couldn't even. I maybe made it halfway through.
That's fair.
And I turned it off.
Although
Respectfully, I turned it off respectfully. I gave it a shot, but no, it sucks.
Although the Britney Spears kill and the
Got
acid. What is it?
I don't know. I love the
Liquid
decapitation scene.
Yeah, that's a good one. But I
I'm a
like
sucker
the
for
liquid acid scene with
Good old
Chucky's trying to put Glenn or Glenda into the first kill. The liquid acid scene.
That's how little I've watched this movie.
That's probably my all-time favorite Chucky death. I mean, not Chucky death, but the Chucky kill.
Not I really hate this movie. I don't even have things to say about it because I try to just avoid it at all costs. But I will say it's got Tiffany in it, and she's awesome. I love Jennifer Tilly. So, what's your number 8?
Child's Play remake. Okay, so this was my first Child's Play movie theater experience. It's the first Child's Play film that I got to watch in the theaters.
That's not the movie's fault.
I actually enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. But upon rewatches, I can't finish the movie anymore. The first time I watched it at the movie theater, I thought it was alright. I still won't say it's bad. It's just I don't like the direction they went, and it is a reboot, so it's not going to be for everybody. But I love the original plot of the series and the original films, so I can't get behind it. And also Brad Dourif, it's kind of like Robert Englund. Like, how do you replace Freddy?
No.
Mark Hamill did great.
How do you sleep at night knowing that you're just being disgraceful to Mark Hamill? Mark Hamill, if you ever watch this, which you probably won't, just know that at the end of the day, I love you.
I like you. I don't love you, but I like you.
Like you. Point proven.
Talented actor, but comparing him to Brad Dourif, it's not a great comparison.
I will give my opinion when we get there.
But as far as comedy, this movie has a lot. This is
for
for Tupac. We both said it.
I love that.
That's a great line.
I use that line daily. How disappointed. Okay, so number 7, I really feel like I'm about to get a lot of hate for this, but I have good reasoning, okay? So number 7 is Curse of Chucky.
I wouldn't say you get a lot of hate.
No, I really do. I feel like it's definitely got a cult following.
No,
now.
I feel like it's
no
on
pun
the...
intended. That's funny.
That's funny, yeah. I feel like that's on their lesser half.
I love Fiona
That's
Dora.
his daughter, right? Brad Dourif's daughter?
Yeah, that's Brad Dourif's daughter.
Yeah.
She does phenomenal. So it's not anything to do with her. I really don't like the one setting horror aspect with it. I don't know. I think mainly because the reason why Chucky is so fascinating to me is because, like, he gets around. And I'm sorry, having him in this black and white-esque, haunted house thing. It's just, I don't know. The environment just felt wrong for a Chucky movie.
They did take it back to the original.
But it was darker. It was
darker. They went dark.
They went reverse Freddy Krueger. The exact same treatment with Freddy. It was serious, comical. Then they tried to go back to serious. Everyone hated it. I wouldn't say everyone hated this movie, but I would say that, I mean, it was like straight to DVD, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first film after Seed of Chucky, though. It was the very first film after Seed, and that
just goes to show how much damage Seed of Chucky truly did. What's your number 7?
Cult of Chucky. I know you have. Really? Yeah, I know you enjoy this more, and also the TV series is taking place right after Cult.
See,
if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. Why is it number 7? Though?
It's number 7 because I just. Well, this movie again. I don't dislike any of the Cult of Chucky, any movie in the Chucky franchise, but Cult of Chucky. It's not one that I want to throw on, and it's not one that I get much enjoyment out of. Honestly, it's the only 2 out of this franchise that I don't really get much enjoyment out of. It's hard for me to finish them.
They're just, well, I mean, I can see that. They're very odd. If you look at the franchise as a whole,
yeah,
they stick out. And I'm not saying that's necessarily bad, but I mean, look at Halloween. Okay, Halloween 3. It did something different.
Yeah. Okay? Either love it or hate it.
Well, a lot of people hated it at first. Now, a lot of people, appreciate it more. But, I mean, then, no.
There are a lot of there's a lot of funny scenes in Cult. I would argue that Cult of Chucky may be the funniest Chucky movie. It might be. However, I'm not big on, I'd rather see, I'm more of the horror side instead of the comedy. And Chucky delivers great one-liners. I could do a whole ranking of Chucky one-liners. But it's just a little bit too much comedy for me.
Well, the next one, number 6, for me is... I really struggled with this. I really did.
I have no idea what you're going to say.
This was the one that really stumped me. Child's Play 3.
That's what I was thinking you were going to say.
Because I don't like it, but the end is awesome. I love the ending so much. That final scene is so cool. But
and also it sets up for how he's gonna look in Bride of Chucky too.
I hate the fact that we didn't have the original Andy. And it was nothing against the actor. It's just it wasn't the same. It didn't feel the same. I almost wish they would have just let I forgot the little boy's name that originally.
Tyler.
I
think his name is Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. I think they should have just ran it with him. Honestly, and that would have been more entertaining for me.
Well, I don't hate this movie. Degree. I mean, he was. I
wish they would have just dropped the whole.
He was Andy essentially as a kid. I mean, it's kind of his replacement, and then Andy himself became not the dad role in that.
Yes,
he's not dad.
But I feel like that after as strong as Child's Play 2 was, how did they honestly think that we should just keep the same story? Now, I feel like that's what hurt them. If they would have... Okay, he's a teenager. Why is Chucky so determined to find this one person? Do you know how many people you can find? How many children?
It's that one movie in the franchise that...
Very forgettable.
Yeah, you don't really... Nobody really talks about it.
So, now that we've heard my number 6... What is your number 6?
It's usually everybody's number 8. Seed of Chucky. I find enjoyment out of Seed of Chucky. I am one of those people that will fully admit that this movie is awful. It is from a...
You can really enjoy it if you keep your eyes closed throughout the entire thing.
No. So, I can admit that this movie is not the best. It's definitely the lowest quality film that they made as a franchise. However... It's got 2 of my favorite kills in it. The Britney Spears kill, and then it's like liquid nitrogen. I don't know, some kind of chemical that when it's on your skin, it melts your skin. Chucky and Glenn they're in the photographer.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's probably my all-time favorite kill in the Child's Play franchise, and it happens in Seed of Chucky. Now, Chucky himself, I think he's funny. I think Tiffany's great. Glenn and Glenda... We haven't seen them back, and I don't think there's been any reference in any of the movies about Glenn or Glenda. I could be mistaken on that, but I don't recall them ever mentioning that they had a kid.
Either.
Number 5?
Yeah, so my number 5 is Cult.
Okay.
Chucky. I really like Cult of Chucky. It's a fun movie to watch.
It's probably, how I see it is that it's your seed. Okay,
It's
so like I
so
get enjoyment
outlandish.
out of Seed of Chucky, you get enjoyment out of Cult of Chucky, but do you think it's really a good movie technically?
Yes.
I disagree with that.
Seed of Chucky is garbage, okay? It's not even bad movie. No, it is trash. Cult of Chucky is a very enjoyable movie.
Andy's
okay?
stupid, and the final act in that movie with Andy is just stupid.
It's fun.
It's
It
stupid.
literally, okay, here's the
looked
way
like-
I look at it.
he
No,
looked
hold
stupid.
up. Okay, so everyone gets mad when they take away Andy, right? Alex Vincent. So they bring him back. Then everyone is mad again.
Because they put...
You have Brad Dourif as the voice of Chucky, okay? Which people got mad about when they changed. So what do you want?
sound like wrestling fans.
I mean, I just don't know.
No, I don't have a
I
problem
don't,
with Andy
but-
in the movie. It's just the final. It's just the final
And
act.
that's fair to each their
Stupid.
own. A lot of people
Stupid.
had the same issue with the Child's Play remake because of the ending and similar endings in a way. So, I kind of can see why people would think that it's lackluster. I do think that the solo Chucky is a way stronger way to finish your movie
And multiple Chuckies.
than multiple, buzz
I
cut
wasn't-
Chuckies or whatever.
Well, they have funny. There was funny lines with their dialogue, like when all of them
I
were
think it was
interacting.
entertaining.
I'm not a fan of that
It's a
idea
fun
at all.
movie
I
to
don't like
watch on a
multiple.
rainy day.
No, it's my number 5.
It is your number 5.
I think it was your second to least. Curse of Chucky. Was that your number 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, Curse of Chucky's my number 5. I get enjoyment out of Curse. So Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky are my favorite Chucky designs. You know, him all scarred up. He doesn't look just like a toy. He looks more evil. In Curse of Chucky, they bring that a little bit back. He still has scars. Like in the scene where Fiona is revealing the scars. That's a great scene. He just jumps out. That is horror right there. That's horror right there.
Yes, it is. Okay, I forgot about that. I understand, what you're saying. The story is good, and that's not really what my issue was.
It's interesting. I don't want to say it's great, but it's interesting.
It's stronger than, arguably, it's a stronger, more serious story than the previous two. Being Seed and Bride.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I appreciate that they made the attempt. I just think the setting was off, that's all.
think the delivery was bad too, or just the setting.
I wish it had a little more oomph behind it.
Yeah, and
I guess.
I guess-
But I think that overall, it looked like it was a good movie if you just stripped it down to the bare minimum.
The setting doesn't bother me at all. I
I
think
mean,
because it was
that's personal preference.
I think it's just because it was a nice change. So I mean, I liked it.
I can appreciate it at times. Okay, so the next one is number 4, which I have is Child Play 2019. Because I'm a very big Mark Hamill fan.
I didn't
But-
realize that came out in 2019. I was
Yeah,
thinking of what
yeah.
movie you were talking about for a second, and I was like,
But-
wait, 2 years ago.
Here's the thing. I appreciate the originality. I really, really do. Okay, they did not try to copy the original Chucky. And that was the key element. Because in this one, it's not a serial killer. It is a robot.
It's still Chucky, and
No. No.
he's still a serial killer. I mean, not a serial killer. Well, the doll itself is a serial killer.
And I thought his name was Buddy.
Oh, and that's not. No, it's still Chucky, but it's not a good guy doll. It's a buddy doll.
Okay, so
Which I don't like. I don't even like.
So even more. How? That's my thing. Okay, now here's the other argument to that. Okay, if they would have copied, if they would have tried to do a step-for-step remake of the original with the little sprinkles of whatever modern horror, a lot of jump scares and whatever, it would receive the exact same amount of.
I would agree. I personally wasn't a fan of them rebooting it in the first place. I don't think there's
But
a
then if we
direction.
don't get a reboot, people are gonna be mad because where's Chucky? I respect this movie. Aubrey Plaza, phenomenal. Okay, the kid who plays, I don't know what his name is, the main character, awesome. Okay, everything about this was great. It had great comedy. The only thing that sucked is the little side characters were annoying. And I'm sorry, that watermelon head thing, that was, come on, get away from me. I'm sorry for you. What's your number 4?
Child's Play 3 is my number 4.
I can.
First, the Child's Play names to be on here. I don't really know anybody that puts Child's Play 3 as
movie. It has great posters. Oh my gosh.
And I think it's got the
Child's Play 3 movie posters.
The best one-liner, the best one-liners coming out of this movie too, in my opinion.
Yeah, my favorite one.
Oh. Okay. Don't F with the Chuck.
Yeah.
Great one-liners in that movie. The ending, along with Child's Play 2, I think it's the best ending out of the franchise. Andy as an adult, well, not an adult, I guess he was a teenager. I'm not sure how old he even was in that movie. Dude, I don't remember. But Andy's portrayal, I wasn't a big fan.
He's 16.
Is he 16?
I'm sorry.
Really?
I don't know why I acted like I didn't know. I was just watching Child's Play 3 last night.
I haven't watched it in...
Yeah, I rewatched it for this.
It's been over a year since I've seen it.
I didn't finish it. I watched the first half and fell asleep.
See, the final act in that movie is just great with
the
horror theme park. I really like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
It's number 3, which now we're getting into the good stuff. The top 3 of the Chucky franchise. So, controversy alert. I actually have the original Child's Play at number 3.
3 for 3.
Now here's my thing. I love the original Child's Play, okay? I really, really do. I love Catherine Hicks. She is such a good, mom character. And, I mean, she does great, okay? Extremely believable, okay? And she does some work, okay? She is carrying a little boy, okay, as far as this, acting thing goes. There's not a lot of characters in the original Child's Play. And I just...
Especially that make her return.
It's a great movie. I want a little more, but I think that's because more so of the sequel. So I think that's why I really do think that the sequel is why I have such
Chucky wasn't even
with the original, but I love the original and I think it's great.
Well, you didn't find out Chucky was actually alive for the first half of that movie. Anyway.
That is true.
Well, you already knew the other movies.
The pacing is very strange.
It's a little slow.
For a slasher.
It's a little slow for the pacing.
Especially for a killer doll. You're not expecting Now, the battery scene.
Yeah.
That was great.
And the crispy.
I hate the whole cat and mouse thing they try to do. The cop just has no idea.
Yeah.
Really? Come on, dude.
That was a character
I didn't like him at all.
I don't know how to feel about him.
I didn't really care if he died or not. I was like, you're kind of a douche.
But at the end, he kind of redeemed himself.
Yeah, he's still a douche.
So I don't really know how to think about him.
I still don't like him.
But also,
I rewatched Child's Play the other day. I still was like, man, you're really just slimy, dude.
When Chucky's crispy near the final act,
I really want a bust of crispy Chucky.
Yeah,
I really, really do.
I believe it's actually psychological horror. It's more psychological than any of the other films, and I'm a big fan of psychological horror. So
no, I don't know. I would say Curse and Cold.
But when Chucky's alive, for sure, it kind of takes out psychology.
I'm saying yes, but I'm saying overall just of how the story was played out, especially in Cold.
My number 3 is your number 3.
Oh no. Yeah. So what is your reasoning by? Is it the same reasoning? Is it just the bit? I feel like the pacing is just super weird.
I don't think Chucky...
It's not bad.
Chucky's not developed enough yet.
That's true. I think I know what it is. Well, they didn't really build up Charles Lee Ray.
Yeah,
when he was human, and I feel like if they would have given...
They could have done that.
More backstory on that, then maybe that would have helped. But I feel like maybe there's a chunk of the first movie, the first part of the movie, that we just didn't get. Because there's a lot that we, if you think about it...
Yeah.
We know less about Charles Lee Ray than we do any other slasher out there. He has
true.
He has almost no backstory.
Curse helped with the backstory a lot.
A little bit, but look
A lot,
how
actually.
long you had to wait to get any backstory. And I think that is why it's like...
That's my thing with
He's just this crazy doll. People don't act... Half the time, I bet you people don't even know that it's a dude trapped in there from voodoo.
Child's Play is one of the few franchises, though, where the first movie's not usually anybody's number one. Friday the 13th. Everybody's... I don't really know anybody that puts the first Friday the 13th as the best of the franchise.
You know, that is true. I'm not saying that there's not a lot of people that don't have, you know, the original as their number one. But, you know, I feel like that where there's so many different tastes incorporated into the Chucky franchise, that it's just hard knowing. You know, you have your grungy, you have, you know, the original, you have, you know, or the first three, should I say, because that's the original Child's Play. You know, so it's all a different story and flavor and whatever kind of horror you like. If you really think about it, they're extremely diverse. Okay, so number 2 on my list is probably the same as yours. Is it Bride of Chucky? Well, no, just, I mean, is it? So, and we'll just, like, dual talk about it.
Okay, so your number 2 is Bride?
Bride.
My number 2 is Child's Play 2.
What?
What if my number 1 was, like, Seed?
I would have cried.
Like, what if I would have left it as Child's Play 2 and Seed?
I would have cried. I love that 90s
soundtrack.
Just that
Rob
grungy,
Zombie, man.
That beautiful, just 90s feel that we get in this movie, okay? Like, a lot. I watch Bride of Chucky extremely often. In fact, in the very first, like, lot of VHS that I bought myself when I first started collecting horror, Bride of Chucky was in there. I still have it. I watch it all of the time. And I really don't get tired of it. I love the little Hellraiser reference. We have John Ritter, rest in peace.
I take that back. That might be my favorite kill. The
I
Pinhead
love
reference.
the Pinhead.
I don't know why I didn't.
But he didn't die from that.
No, okay, maybe that's why I don't think of it as a favorite kill. But yeah,
I consider it still.
Obviously, it's my number 1, so I'm not gonna say anything negative about it.
Well,
I do have a negative. Well, okay, it's not necessarily the ending to that, it's just what the ending led to. Because when...
Yeah, I feel like the ending was kind of flat, I'm not gonna lie. Compared to the other Child's Play movie, you gotta think of the 3 that we got before this. So, yeah that little graveyard
I'm specifically talking about when Tiffany gives birth, and you've got this kid that's just... The teeth are so sharp, it's so demonic.
Yeah.
And it's...
I forgot about that, I'm not gonna lie. And I watch this movie all the time, and I actually forgot.
And Seed made Glenda not like that, so... I don't know, every time I finish Bride, while it is my favorite other franchise, every time I finish Bride, I'm just always reminded what Seed turns... Like, what that child turns into.
I hate Seed enough to where I've completely... It is in the same very lonely basket with Jason X. So... Overall, that's my thing. I really like that 90s feel. It's extremely diverse. I mean, that's what I really am now noticing during this, video.
You got Living Dead Girl.
It is a super diverse franchise.
The opening with when Tiffany gets introduced, and you have Living Dead Girl playing by Rob Zombie.
Beautiful.
It's also when Chucky is listening to White Zombie in the van.
You can tell who was popular during this movie. And I mean, again, and that soundtrack is so good. So again, I have barely any complaints from Bride of Chucky. And I know a lot of people are like, very iffy with it. They don't like that comedic, style. But I gotta give it a chance. I did it with Freddy. I can do it with Chucky.
I think it was the perfect blend of a horror comedy.
I really do too.
I think
they
did
a great
Tiffany
job.
in the oven. They put Tiffany in the oven.
I like how they added like the fun little marriage thing in there. That honestly was extremely entertaining.
So I guess we'll go with my number 2, but his number 1, Child's Play 2,
which is definitely the best one in the franchise.
You see, it's my number 2.
I love Kyle.
Like, because Kyle is I'm
Kyle's
so happy she came back and she's gonna be in the TV show.
I think that she definitely is underrated.
Definitely.
I mean, why don't we consider her a final girl?
I think she's getting recognition now.
Well, she deserves it. Because honestly, I can't get enough of Child's Play 2.
Dude,
that ending.
The teacher. And before we get to the ending, the teacher.
Scene,
the roller, when he's got the roller.
That was terrifying, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and you just see this roller just smack. You don't even see
And
her
I will
getting
say,
hit.
Andy, like the actor, Alex Vincent himself, like I just think that he
improved a lot.
He did so much.
Yeah, he got
better.
more comfortable in
I
that
felt
role.
like he felt, it seemed like he was nervous in the first one. And this one, it felt like he was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. You know, so it was really good for me. I really liked him.
When the dad is walking down the steps and he falls because of Chucky.
I didn't like the dad, though.
Actually, I didn't either, but that's still, I think about that anytime I walk down basement stairs.
Yeah, I do too.
It comes to my mind.
It
every
scares
time.
me to this day.
Every time. And then, yeah, the ending. The best ending of the franchise, in my opinion.
One of the best horror endings of all time.
And it's one of the rare occasions.
They pulled out all the stops
like,
for that one.
Like I was talking about 5 minutes ago, it's one of the rare movies where the sequel is better than the original as far as a horror franchise, because that doesn't happen a lot.
It doesn't happen often. I mean, there's, you know, Friday, and some people would argue Halloween, and as
but that's an argument, you know, like
I will say, however, as time goes on, a lot of people have been giving a lot more praise to Halloween 2, and I really think we should all recognize that overall, Halloween 2 is definitely scarier than Halloween 1.
I like it more than 1. I'm in the minority with that.
I think it's more enjoyable.
It's not my favorite other franchise, but I do like it more than 1.
I just think that, you know, I don't know, but maybe we'll have to save that for October. Maybe we can do like /tober.
Prediction. You think the Chucky TV show is going to be better than the Scream TV show?
No. Seasons 1 and 2 of the Scream TV series, absolutely.
See, we can't
stunning.
Can't compare that yet.
Stunning.
Can't
Beautiful.
compare that, but it is going to be compared at some point.
No, nobody.
No, they're going to be like, what do you prefer, the Scream franchise, the Scream TV show?
Don't do that to poor Chucky.
They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
That. Brandon James.
We'll
tell you what's up, okay?
I
loved Scream. Oh, they did
that was
so
on MTV,
good.
Right? Does MTV have more freedom than Sci-Fi does as far as what they can get away with?
Are you kidding? It's 2021.
I don't know.
You're lucky people have clothes on in toothpaste commercials. What is your negatives against Child's Play 2?
I'm not a big fan of either the mom or the dad, the foster parents.
I don't think you're supposed. I think the mom is there. I mean, the mom doesn't do anything wrong. She's super sweet. It's the foster dad that's kind of.
I didn't like either one of them personally. So I guess when their characters are on the screen, I'm not as big of a fan. I
really think that we have dissected just about everything there is to dissect about the Chucky franchise. We've talked about the highs, the extremely lows, and the lower than lows. And I think that we did a good job covering everything.
I'm definitely excited for the TV show.
I am too. I
have a little apprehension. I do have a little apprehension.
As do I. But I'm going into this open-minded. I'm not going to compare it. We're just going to do it, and we're going to just see how it is overall. Now, if there's any other franchises or listings or movies you would like me and Mr. Thomas
Fitz.
The Fitz, if you would like us to review, rank, whatever, drop some ideas in the comments. I like ideas. Thinking is hard sometimes, okay? So if you're like, you know, I want to hear the Halloween franchise ranked, maybe we can get on that. But I don't know what you want unless you tell me. So, until then, I will just keep pumping out these beautiful, brilliant ideas of mine. And don't forget to watch plenty of scary movies, okay? Watch 2 on Us, okay? Enjoy yourself, stay safe, and keep it creepy. Oh, and also, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And, you know, keep it creepy, and we'll see you next time.
Rock on.
Okay, so before the camera cut out, okay, we were talking about my number 6, which was, I'd already forgot, Child's Play 3, which, to sum up, I just think it's really bland. It's got a really cool ending, and I just don't like the main characters. Love you too. I'll just cut it out. I don't care. Hey, you gotta tell Mom you love her. At least I know no one can interrupt me now.